What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised. He's all that, unforgettable bloopers and funny moments. Just recently, Netflix released Addison Rae's He's All That, the gender-swapped reimagining of the 90s teen classic, and there were so many things questionable about it. Without a doubt, it is an absolute must-watch. As they say, it's so bad that it's good. Don't forget to watch today's video to the very end as we bring you all the bloopers and funny moments that were swished while watching He's All That. That around the late 90s era of MTV, She's All That featured a jock who, after being painfully dumped by his girlfriend, takes on a bat to transform a geek into a legit prom queen. His reward? Saving face. In He's All That, the new gender-flipped Netflix remake, the stakes have woefully shifted. For the teen beauty influencer Paget, played by TikTok superstar Addison Rae, popularity pays the bills. When she's thoroughly humiliated by her jerk of a boyfriend via livestream, she decides to transform the brooding Cameron, Tanner Buchanan, into a well-deserved prom king, seeking to win back followers and brand endorsements. It's a smart premise that speaks volumes about how times have changed, so it's but a pity that He's All That makes such practical use of it. Apart from the cell phones, the character seems to carry around like weapons. Mark Waters' reboot lazily rehashes the 1999 film, although without its endearing weirdness. Where the original had Freddie Prinze Jr. doing performance art to woo his edgy love interest, Paget takes writing lessons with Cameron, who we're supposed to believe is a complete loser despite his equestrian skills and visible 8-pack abs. It's not that it was any easier to buy Rachael Leigh Cook, who cameos here as Paget's mom, as Sugly merely because she had glasses on. Hot people pretending to be simple is at par for the course in makeover movies. The real thrill lies in watching opposites attract. But the catfights, confessions, and Dan-offs in He's All That lack the sting of real romantic conflict, and there's nary a spark between Rae and Buchanan. Rae quite evidently struggled to modulate her camera-ready bubbliness in moments that require pathos, while Buchanan plays the emo loner with reluctance, switching too easily to handsome lover boy mode. If they dutifully delivers the film's platitudinous message, be yourself, it's with equal conviction as that of a makeup brand selling a natural look. However, diving further deep into this gender-flipped reboot of She's All That, which lazily rehashes the original but without its endearing weirdness, let's now delve further in and take a keen look at the more relevant details of the movie that caught our eye, including its bloopers and funny moments. Number 6. Stereotypical. First, we have the issue of the pink flowery portrayal of the female gender. So tell us, when exactly was the last time you were tutored upon the antiquated analogy that girls must like pink while boys blue? We must admit that such stereotypes are but a cliché. Today, as we stand in 2021, we ought to have gotten over such baseless arguments. However, the latest movie thoroughly disagreed with some rather orthodox opinions. Take, for instance, Paget's room in all its entirety themed in a girly pink, with a matching cringe-worthy wardrobe. Being a girl does not translate into being obsessed with pink. The plot fails to elucidate the ideology behind this pattern, and thus, we stand clueless here. However, with much gratitude, some logic seems to have stuck in the mind of the creators eventually after all, as Paget finally changed her outfit during her prom and wore a stunning red dress for the occasion. We can't help but assume her being sick and tired of being mocked as Pinky Paget, PP. But all jokes apart, the plot seems hilarious yet cringeworthy at best.
What are you doing?
Okay, let's not freak out.
Number 5. Woeful acting. Rae's acting is as uncanny as if she were an alien doing her best attempt at playing human, but it is hard to feel like it warrants any genuine criticism. She's never actually acted before. She was simply dropped into this film in the hopes that virality on social media would translate to film. Is it her fault then? If Cheshire Cat smiles so much it feels like there is someone behind the camera pointing a gun at her? As if it isn't in her contract to look sad or ugly. Whether at the orders of producers, Netflix, TikTok, or a shadowy man called Mr. Roki, whose office exists in a basement somewhere underneath Hollywood, pulling the strings of upcoming talent, you can feel the movie trying to sell Rae as an actress just as her character attempts to sell her audience makeup products. This is the girl. Someone other than Angelo Badalamenti must have instructed during a boardroom meeting with Netflix, pointing menacingly to a picture of Rae. There is, however, a delightful little cameo appearance by the equally delightful Matthew Lillard, who portrayed the guy Taylor leaves Zach for in the original film, obnoxious real-world star Brock Hudson, as the high school principal. Lillard seems to be thoroughly enjoying himself as the only actor in this film who possesses the ability to be genuinely funny.
I don't want to stare at your underwear while I eat, dirtbags.
Great.
Number 4. Overstuffed with conspicuous advertisement. He's All That has severely plunged in terms of advertisements and product placements. Admittedly, it is easier to fetch several sponsorships with big names on the casting. However, it does not make sense if you cannot spend a good penny on the advertising team. Such blunders are pretty noticeable and make for an impaired storyline that, although does not garner positive reviews, does produce some cheap laughs. Slip in recognizable fast food brands in a movie? Understandable. But having the stars mindlessly go from saying they are eating a free pizza at a party to getting overexcited about KFC the next minute is pretty comical, to say the least. Also, a controversy queen promoting Bunny Venom products on her social media? Let's just say that when a romantic flick unconsciously produces more laughter than a regular comedy, that's a super fail right there. To properly time and sequence between elements is a necessary art in production. These dialogues may have been accepted in a second-class student's play. However, the creators of a relatively big-budget chick flick, we deserve and expected much more.
Just capturing the moment. Kid.
Disgusting!
Sorry.
Number 3. The singing sequence, The Cringe. Was the Teenage Dream one of your favorite songs as a youngster? You will probably start doubting your taste after watching He's All That. The movie failed miserably to embrace the song's beauty. Instead, they ruin it in the best way possible. For instance, Addison was dancing like a TikTok superstar, and her moves miserably failed to match Katy Perry's song and energy. The whole vibe seems forced in the song scene. It was seen screaming creativity and talent have left the chat from all angles. Do you remember when your parents used to compel you to compete with your cousins? We are sure that all of us have faced a similar situation. As a result, we had no other option than to sing and dance around like a monkey. However, Addison Rae is almost an adult now. She is 20 and has a huge fan following on social media platforms. Therefore, call us too picky, but people expect way better from her. Number 2. Poor post-production values. Addison, having begged fans to give her acting career a chance, did garner some public sympathy. That is until the movie came out. And the post-production values inclusive of edits did not help the TikTok star's case at all, especially after fans spotted some hilarious continuity errors. In one instance, fans spotted a scene where Addison's character, Paget Sawyer, is having a conversation with another character. But hilariously, her mouth doesn't move at all sometimes when she's uttering some words, leaving fans wondering how on earth it made the final cut. In another scene, Addison is seen handing out flyers to other students as she passes them. But after handing out just a couple, it cuts to an angle where she isn't handing out anything at all, just making the motion. And the sound effects they added in post-production make it even funnier.
Sounds so easy.
You don't think I can do it?
No, but I do think it'll be fun watching you try.
A bet?
Oh.
I'm in.
Number 1. Sad greatest achievement. What is the funniest fail of all for He's All That is that the film's greatest achievement seemed to be pointing younger viewers toward the 1999 original, which, despite some dated gender politics, remains a funny and rather scathing satire of MTV-era teens' border lining between Gen X and Gen Y. Sadly, it's now only available to rent on Apple. Overall, it's difficult to make out who's exactly He's All That is made for. Its portrayal of and insight into the social media craze of the here and now is morbid and vacuous. Waters' film is a missed opportunity to hold up a mirror to younger audiences, allowing them to see the grotesque funhouse reflection of the 21st century staring terrifyingly right back at them in the eyes. With that, we come to the end of today's video. We will conclude by adding that the movie was more hilarious bad than good, but that doesn't mean it won't be popular. More and more people are watching it by the minute, even if it's only to have a good laugh. If you enjoyed the video, do like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to join in the next time for more of such interesting content. Goodbye!